I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to do 30 more. Hey, listen, I love TNT and I love working together. Man, they got to do better on these further. 30 years, 30 years plastic headache, that little plastic thing with 30 again. You want thanks for the 20 years, it's smaller, same thing. Come on now. Thanks to everybody for unbelievable. Congratulations, Earl. Oh, he's such a good fellow. Nobody can do it all. Man, they just got me a paperweight.
No, wait, stop.
Don't just attend the holiday party. Bring it. Introducing our new limited edition One Liter bottle. It's simply perfect.
Introducing the Elf on the Shelf menu at IHOP. With Jolly Cakes topped with shimmery elf sprinkles. Oh, what funnel cakes with powdered sugar. And kids eat free every day from 4 to 10 p.m. Try the Elf on the Shelf menu only at IHOP.
Big left hand. We're seeing him go underneath. Every time he fires that left hand, he hurts. He needs to keep firing it, but he's got to mix the fakes in Williams. And Ramazan doing a good job just keeping the in and out movement, keeping. Keeping Williams guessing on when to throw the big punch.
Well, you spoke to the power of Jordan Williams, and 6 of his 8 wins have come by knockout.
Right.
And that doesn't include the no contest from last year, Contender Series, when he got the TKO victory originally over Tim Karen. It was overturned to a no contest because of marijuana metabolites that were found in Jordan Williams' system, but make no mistake, he looked impressive on that night. Underway here in round 2. Quick combination there from Williams. As they trade low kicks. Each looking for the big shot. Williams presses forward, throws a left.
Surprised we haven't seen Ramazan just attempt some more takedowns, just kind of offset the rhythm of Williams. He hasn't even attempted it.
As we see Williams continue to pump that jab out there in the early goings here around 2.
Pure kickboxing match here. Been fun to watch though. These guys are trading, willing to knock each other out at any moment, especially the way Williams is throwing.
Ooh, Ramazan. Oh, off the ground.
Beautiful. He faked the left hand, came with the low kick to a jump knee. I mean, the sequence that he just put together to this takedown was beautiful.
Well, you can't question the chin of Jordan Williams as well. My goodness. After taking a big kick in round 1, he eats the knee.
And that takedown and that sequence that he just landed is exactly how you offset the rhythm and the timing of a power striker like Williams. You got to do this. Even if you don't succeed in the takedown, this really offsets Williams now. And now they can get back to the free-flowing movement, and maybe now Ramazan could start getting ahead on the striking and landing his big shots.
2 minutes gone in the second round.
Ovdje sklinču, akuratno može za šeju piriti.
And I can't believe the way Williams ate that knee, right? That landed hard, man.
Ramazan Kuramagomedov tries to take this fight back to the mat, but Williams explodes back to his feet. Body shot that time, and Ramazan backs off.
Get back to that low kick if I'm Ramazan, that's for sure. Now you're seeing the jab, the southpaw jab of Ramazan out there, sticking it out there. Williams gonna have to bite down on his mouthpiece and start moving Ramazan back if he's gonna get this round back.
And Williams pumps out the jab a little bit. Under 2 minutes to go now in the second. And Williams mixing it up with that right lead hand. And jab, it's sometimes leading with the hook. That's 1-2 from Ramazan. Big leaping right inside. And now it's Williams walking him down.
Nice left hand by Williams there.
Back to work with the jab on each side.
Both these guys are exchanging some very clean jabs.
Continuing to stand right in the center of the octagon and right in striking range.
Yeah, they're putting on the show right here. They're willing to just trade like Rock'em Sock'em robots because they're really just standing right in punching range and jabbing each other, and they're waiting to follow up with something heavy.
Out of the way of the big left hook. There's Kuramagomedov as he locks things up, but just for the moment, under 30 seconds now in the second round. Nice left hand in from close. And Williams gets him down to the mat.
15 seconds, Jordan, 15
Chose not to follow him there. Final seconds here.
See how they finish this round off.
More jabs in the center. Boxing on display on each side. We'll see a third round between these two middleweights.
Spokojno, 3 вздоха. Рамазан, слушай. Все на кону стоит. Близкий бой, этот раунд надо выигрывать, понял? Ты легкие движения делай, попробуй его поймать по печени, попробуй его поймать по чем-нибудь такому, понял? У тебя все получится, Рам. И если ты когда устал, если он на тебя просигнет, ты пройди, ты понял? Фокус просто,
We'll see here. Good right jab by Williams, and then look at this low kick to a jump knee. Boom! Williams eats that like nothing. Oh, it just touches his shoulder. It just barely misses his chin. I mean, if that lands on his chin, it's probably over. But it just hit the lead right shoulder of Williams and just missed that chin. Nice combination by Ramazan, though.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Ramazan Kuramagomedov is in the gray, Jordan Williams in the blue, and our final round of the night here from the UFC Apex on Dana White's Contender Series. And the bar has been set, 3 finishes so far. And what do these two middleweights have? Front kick to the body there from Ramazan. Again for Jordan Williams, 2 straight fights where he's gone into the third round and scored a TKO victory. He does not cut weight because of his condition as a type 1 diabetic. He has proven not to be a problem largely through his 11-fight pro career.
Yeah, one thing you see, he never really looks tired. He's got third-round knockouts. I think a lot of that comes from not cutting weight, being fresh when he's in there. That's probably why he carries a lot of his strength in here too, you know. But a lot of guys are cutting weight because they want to be the bigger man. Well, some people already have that complex given to them. Williams has natural power.
And it's Williams doing the advancing as Kuramagomedov dancing around him and looking for the jab openings.
Ramazan just real clean with his timing, with his rhythm, with his defense, the way he mixes his knees out of nowhere. I mean, he's just very sharp, Ramazan.
Stepping elbow there for Kuramagomedov, follows it up with a left cross, and another one. Now low kick, and now each trading.
See the way he's landing that? I mean, he's like one or two moves just ahead of Williams, and it doesn't put him down, but he's just clipping him and then switching to a takedown, and then he's just a little bit ahead on the strikes in Ramazan.
And now he pushes Williams against the fence, fires another elbow on the break as we approach 3 minutes to go in this fight.
Williams do best to just, ooh, big left hand he eats. Just push forward, go to the body of Ramazan. But right now, Ramazan doing the right thing. He's pushing back. Whoever gets pushed back in this third round is the one that's going to end up losing, and they both know that. So we're seeing them really put it out here.
Oh, now some combinations coming back from Williams after he ate some left hands. A spinning back elbow from Kuramagomedov.
Oh, they're just standing in the middle right here.
You said it earlier. Rock'em sock'em robots, right?
Yep.
Dipping for the takedown unsuccessfully. Kuramagomedov, but continues to apply the pressure. Knee to the body there. Just out of the way of the uppercut, quick combination.
Wow.
Coming back at him.
It was a beautiful foot sweep to a two-piece combination. I mean, that's just MMA at its finest when you're mixing everything together. Williams doing a great job defending, and look at him right on it. Stuffs the takedown, immediately threatening offense. Got the back of Ramazan. Let's see what he can do with it, though. Do some damage, maybe take the back, choke. Nothing so far.
Again, the biggest underdog on the card tonight was the fighter in blue, Jordan Williams. And here we are with 90 seconds left.
He really showed up.
And it's anybody's guess. They trade heavy shots up top once again. Left cross from Williams. Mouth guard out there with Kuramagomedov, so Herdine steps in. And with 60 seconds left now, we resume action. Uppercuts from in close. Williams throws a hook.
Trading right here for you guys.
And just who's got the powerful shot?
Oh, goodness.
Off the ground is Kuramagomedov.
That one, too, landed. Jordan Williams just landed a heavy two. And that hurt Ramazan, and as he went for a high kick.
Back to his feet for the moment. And Williams continues to walk him down. We've seen him do this before. Turn it on late. Lead elbows from Kuramagomedov.
Oh, I did not envy these judges.
The cross now as they continue to stand and trade.
How about these guys just laying it out, trading?
Final 10 seconds of this fight. When fighters say they can stand and bang, this is exactly what they're talking about. 15 hard minutes between Jordan Williams and Ramazan Kuramagomedov.
That was a fun fight. Those guys really showed up. Love that.
The damage starting to show through the latter stages of the third round on Jordan Williams. Kuramagomedov, you could tell, exhausted again. He's just 22 years old. He'll turn 23 next month. He's hoping to stay unbeaten, entered this fight 5-0 on his young career. Meanwhile, Jordan Williams back in Las Vegas after getting a win on the Tuesday Night Contender Series last summer. Let's take another look at some of the action.
We see a 1-2 and then a return. Jason on him. Jordan Williams is on him. He's got that left hand. You see him hurt Ramazan there. Nice low kicks by Ramazan. Watch this jump knee. Boom. Switches up low kick to a jump knee. Nice jabs. Ramazan's jabs. Good left overhand there. Jordan just willing to really just say, go ahead, hit me. I swear I'm going to hit you harder. And that's what we saw at the end. He was just willing. He kind of ate a little bit more shots, I think, in that third round. But, man, did they both put it out on the line. That's all Dana's asking for.
Yeah, that certainly is. He wants fighters that go for it. These two fighters went for it. You can't question that. In this show, a lot of times when you match up the best regional prospects from the United States and now into this season from the Worlds, you get to really see what you're made of against other guys that will bring you into these deep waters.
Well, you got to look at this situation as if you're in the top 5 of your division and you're currently in the UFC, what are you doing to say, I deserve a title shot over the other 5? These guys are not, they don't have a contract, and now they're proving we deserve one. What are you going to do to show me?
We'll see if they get a UFC shot, but first we'll see who won this fight. Here's Lurasenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Tony Weeks scores the bout 30-27 Williams. Judge Junichiro Kamijo scores the bout 29-28 Kuramagomedov. And Judge Mike Bell scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Ramazan Kuramagomedov.
By split decision, Ramazan Kuramagomedov. The scorecard started with a 30-27 the other way, but he gets a couple of 29-28s, and the 22-year-old from Dagestan moves to 6-0.
And that was a split decision, but I think they made the right decision on that with the judges. Just touched him a little bit more, I think.
All right, so now it's decision time for Dana White, who is back to his office to consult with his team to see who tonight gets a UFC contract. And to reiterate, it does not take a finish. Several fighters this season have put on a show and gone the distance, the full 15 minutes, just as Ramazan Kuramagomedov just did, and earned a shot to the UFC. Saeed Nurmagomedov, UFC bantamweight, in his corner. So getting the victory is Ramazan Kuramagomedov. Freestyle wrestling, starting at 10 years old, transitioned to mixed martial arts when he turned 15. Has trained in New Jersey for the last 4 years. He left home at a young age to pursue the dream, and it just might come true after a performance like that.
Yeah, I mean, when you spend your whole life doing martial arts and then you get an opportunity to come compete, not just on the Contender, but in the UFC, basically, which is the UFC. Contender is the UFC. So if you're getting that kind of opportunity, I mean, what a gift, especially coming from the record that he has and where Dagestan and everything. This is just such an opportunity for up-and-coming fighters who don't have a contract.
Well, he lost his first 2 amateur fights, and since then, he's 10-1 overall. He's undefeated as a pro, and he stays that way tonight. Here's Laura.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, Ramazan, what an incredibly close, hard battle. Just give us your thoughts on the fight first.
First one, I want to thank you for my opponent. He gave me a very hard fight, and I think I will be alone after this fight. Too high. I will be fly too high after this fight. This is my first fight in middleweight division. I always fight 170, and middleweight is very hard. I'm very happy that Georges gave me my win.
You came into this fight with excellent wrestling credentials, but you guys stood toe-to-toe the entire time. Were you looking to prove a point, show that you're more than just a wrestler, show off your striking?
Yeah, my coach Mark, he's striker guy, and I always work with him to my box, my kicks. This fight I can't do too much kicks because I have a little problem with my left kicks, and My second coach, Coach Mansour from Dagestan and Coach Ricardo, I always work with this guy in my wrestling, my grappling. This is why I can do everything. I can do striking, I can do wrestling, ground pound. And I'm young, I'm 22 years old, and I hope I will be learn every my fight, I will be learn.
Well, round 2 and 3, you definitely were able to mix it up a little bit more, mix in those takedowns, mix in some really creative kicks. What was it in those rounds that allowed you to kind of get more loose and mix it up a little bit more?
Because in my first round, I start kick a little bit and box with this guy, and to be honest with you, he gave me very hard one punch. And after this punch, I think in my mind, I need a little bit change. I need more wrestling, more kicks, more movie, and more boxing. Use my more jab.
How confident were you when they when we read out the decision? Did you know that you would get the win when I was reading the decision?
Yeah, I know I lost my first round, and I know I will win my second round and third round. When I come to my third round, my brother say me, hey, you lose your first round, you win your second round. You need give all you in this round. And I try what I have, what I can do all.
You left your country at just 19 years old. You came to the United States to chase this dream. What would it mean to you to be in the UFC?
I started training when I was 10 years old. I started do wrestling, and when I was 15 years old, UFC was very popular in my republic, in Dagestan, very popular. And first guy, Khabib, he signed contract with UFC, and all Dagestan every day watch his training, all Dagestan watch his fight. And after this, I have dream, come to UFC. And I do all what I can. I start training 15, and I know if I want to be in UFC, I need to be in USA. And when I was 19, I come here and training here almost 4 years.
Congratulations, Ramazan. Excellent fight. Go enjoy your victory. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Laura. So still undefeated is the young fighter from Dagestan, Ramazan Kuramagomedov, who gets the split decision victory. And he is now a perfect 6-0 decision time. We will find out in just moments who is on their way to the UFC. Dana White's Contender Series is brought to you in part by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Dana White's Contender Series is brought to you in part by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Here is the winner's circle right now, of course, minus Ramazan Kuramagomedov, but these fighters wearing a big smile after some standout performances, Dominic. Let's get to some of the highlights tonight. We'll start with the fighter that we just saw and the fighter that isn't in his chair yet. Ramazan Kuramagomedov goes the distance with Jordan Williams in just a slugfest of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, this first round was really just all Williams. I mean, he did a great job landing big shots. Ramazan landed some quick ones, and he was able to land some nice jump kicks and some jump knees in that fight. But realistically, I mean, it was Ramazan just out-touching him, just a step ahead on some big combinations. How about the toughness of Williams throughout the entire fight to stay up and watch those guys trade? I mean, that was a fun fight. These guys really let it hang out.
Well, for several years, he's called the United States home, fought for the first time in the United States tonight, or in August of 2018, and he follows it up with a win in Las Vegas. Starting the night was the fighter from season 22 of The Ultimate Fighter, Billy Quarantillo. Channing Wahlberg 2.0 came to the gym tonight, and he showed after riding out an early storm against Kamuela Kirk that he could get it done. He gets it done in the third round, and Dana is on the move. So Dana has the decision here as he joins our Laura Sanko, who hops into position. She is ready, and so are we. Laura, it's all yours.
Well, Dana, another fun night of fights, some battles, some finishes, and a crazy KO. Let's get to who's making it to the UFC.
All right, let's start with Billy. Got completely dominated in the first round. Stayed out of every submission that was slapped on him, and came back in the second round with unbelievable pressure. Stand-up was ridiculous. Great knees to the body. And what I was really impressed with was the killer instinct. Kept the pressure on, kept moving forward, wanted to win the fight, and willed it to happen. Get over here, Billy.
Billy Quarantello.
All right. So in the second fight, the first thing, when the fight started, the first thing I said about Jamal is this kid needs more experience. You know, he's only got 5 fights. He's 5-0. You know, this kid can work on his game, and he can become a really good fighter. I think this kid can be talented someday. Then in the second round,
Except switched it to the left in that Lakers series. If you look right here, watch it go up and just pause and say, I can dunk it, but wait a minute, I lost my balance. Let me get a finesse after the power right there going up. So 2 shots coming up for last season's MVP, 3-time All-Star, All-Defensive First Team. Average just under 27. She said just under 28 points per game, third of the NBA, and he's better than those stats here in the early going. He's now averaging 30 points a game, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. It's just incredible what he's doing. If you've seen kind of the adjustments this team has made, they're giving him the ball in that free throw line area and allowing him to see the double team and then to go to work. Giannis from deep. Hit one earlier. He's hit 13 threes his last 8 games. Shot clock to 5. Hillard over by Luciano. 7-point lead for Milwaukee. Simons played by Hill. Unless you have a guy that can draw a double team like this and make a pass, you need to move the rock. So Connaughton wide open, takes advantage from downtown to tell in 2 different systems. Again, Portland last in the league in assists. You can tell by their ball movement and how they play. And again, look at our MVP and Antetokounmpo drawing the double team, waiting for it, begging for it to find an open man. Simon is off on his 3-quarter turn. That's the second play where the ball has only been in one guy's hand consecutively. Such a difference. Bucks are 5 for 10 from beyond the 3-quarter line. Final seconds of the first. Ilyasova for 3.
Yeah, go ahead. Play some more. Play around.
Problem done. Maybe 3.
Wanna fucking talk shit about
Somebody call the officer. Back up. Jody, hands off. Jody, stop now. Jody, stop. Let go.
No, it literally says right. Okay.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ooh.
Yeah, get his ass, dude. Okay, that's it. Hey, that's it. Hey, John, get out of here. Elbow the shit out of him. Yeah, give him the work. Give him the work. Give him that work. Give him that work. It's like a fucking hands at work, G. Give him that work, man. Give him that work. Give him that work, G. Give him that work.
Accidents will happen time and time again. Accidents will happen. Time and time again.
He comes out and shows me a completely different fighter. All right, so the second round, body work, the striking, the pressure, the composure, you know, he put it all together in that second round and completely changed my mind. And I said, okay, I'm bringing this kid in. Come on, Jamal. All right, the next fight is literally one of the most awkward fights I've seen in a while. And I think that both guys need work. You know, JJ has a great record, and I think there's some things that he needs to tighten up in his game. And, you know, he comes from a great camp, and I believe that this kid will be in the UFC someday, just not today. All right, the next fight. So, Terrence and Sean, I love both these guys' stories, and we always talk about how when you see great fights, it takes two great fighters to make a great, and wow. And when you look at Sean, he took this fight on 5 days' notice, was getting dominated on the ground, and that's one of the things that I have to look at when I bring a guy like this in. you know, when people are watching film on him and getting ready to fight him, everybody's going to try to take this kid down, right? Everybody's going to try to take this kid down. They're going to try to take his back. There's going to be some great jiu-jitsu guys that he's going to fight here in the UFC. So he needs to really tighten that part of his game up and work on a few things. Then, wow, the flying knee, I mean, that's the second one in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. You know, he took this thing on 5 days notice, overcame adversity today, did what he needed to do to win, finished the fight. I'm bringing him into the UFC.
Unbelievable, Sean Woodson.
6-0. Now, the main event, first of all, let me start by saying much respect to both guys. Absolute war, absolute dogfight. I think the judges, I don't agree with the judges on the decision. I do not think that Jordan lost that fight. I think Jordan won that fight 2-1. He had him hurt in the first round really bad, had him hurt in the third round really bad, kept the pressure on, kept coming forward, and I think he won the fight. Obviously, both guys are super talented. Both guys are super tough. Both guys fought their hearts out today. So hopefully they'll be in the UFC someday. All right.
Thank you very much for your time, Dana. Appreciate it. We'll talk to our winners.
All right, so there you have it with the contract. Jamal Hill getting the congratulations from his support group, Billy Quarantillo and Sean Woodson. So there will be 3 contracts tonight. Billy Quarantillo started the night with the victory, and he starts off our winners' interviews who get the contract with Laura.
Thanks very much, guys. Billy Quarantillo. Wait, what's your nickname again from Tough? Tell me again.
Channing Wahlberg's back. So.
All right, Channing Wahlberg is back. Congratulations, man. As you're sitting back there listening to Dana talk, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, you never know what he's looking for, so I just went out there and looked for the finish. I got it done, and it was a long time waiting, and, you know, I'm in the UFC now, so let's do it.
When you were in that fight and you you were demonstrating, like you said, that killer instinct, that look on your face. Was that for Dana, or did that just come out?
I'm always looking for the finish, so that was, you know, I knew I needed a finish, so I can tell I broke him in the second round, and I just kept going forward, and I got that finish, and here we are. I got that deal.
I love it. Congratulations, Billy. Welcome to the UFC. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, come back, Jamal Hill. Congratulations, my friend. Wow, what an incredible moment. I mean, to hear Dana kind of talking through that fight, maybe talking through some doubts he had early on, and then to hear him say that you completely changed his mind. How good does that feel?
I started out a little slow, you know, trying to feel out the fight, feel out everything, and that's just how I like to go. I like to get comfortable, and when I get comfortable, I get going. And that's what he's seen today. I appreciate it. appreciate him changing his mind.
I know you've got a big family at home. I'm sure a lot of them are watching. What do you want to say to your family?
I want to say I thank everybody for supporting me. It's been amazing. Like I truly appreciate every single person that reaches out to me. I'm at a loss for words right now. It's just it's what I've been working for. This is what I've been grinding for. I've been striving for a long time. I actually. I actually do have a lot of experience, but I'm ready.
You did it, man. Congratulations and welcome to the UFC. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sean Woodson, oh my goodness. Congratulations. The roller coaster continues. Unbelievable. 5-6 days ago, you're not even thinking about being here. Here you are in this moment. Can you possibly tell me what's going through your mind right now?
I can try my best. I honestly feel like I'm dreaming right now. Yeah, I'm in the UFC. Just 2 weeks ago, I was just playing Xbox, and yeah, I'm in the UFC, and I couldn't be happier.
Unbelievable. We talked a little bit about this, but I think it deserves some reiteration. Your mom, Maureen, has sacrificed so much to support you in this dream. She actually told you, I will not let you get a job because I want you to be able to dedicate yourself fully to this. I mean, how good does this feel on her behalf to justify all those things that she did for you?
Yeah, she was the first one I hit up as soon as I got backstage.
What'd you say to her?
I just told her, thank you for everything. Yeah, if it wasn't for her, this wouldn't be possible. I can't wait to get back home and hug her and, yeah, tell her my dreams are come true. I'm in the UFC.
6'3" featherweight in the UFC. You think they can deal with that?
I'm a problem for everybody at featherweight. I don't stop coming. I stay in guys' face. I know my ground game didn't look too shabby out there, but I mean, it was on 5 days' notice. If I'd had a little bit.
That jab, though, that jab.
Oh yeah, I got a crisp jab. Yeah, my ground game is a lot better than Dana White thinks. I'm sure.
Well, we look forward to seeing it. Congratulations. Welcome to the UFC. Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate it.
3 of the newest members of the UFC, including that man, Jamal Hill, who is still in disbelief as to what just happened to his life. Billy Quarantillo, 4 years after he appeared on The Ultimate Fighter, said he was ready tonight to fight back in front of Dana. And after riding out, again, Kamuela Kirk enjoyed 3.5 minutes of top control in that first round, but Billy Q kept on coming.
Yeah, I mean, he just kept pressuring. But what I like the most is his decisions to go to the body with the knees and the punches. That's really what changed the entire game in this fight. When you start beating up the wind of the fighters that you're going against, that's when they start to break.
Well, it's just seconds into the third round, but it goes down as a third round TKO for Billy Quarantillo. Jamal Hill at light heavyweight took on the German Alexander Popek. And again, after a first round in which each fighter was feeling the other out, Jamal Hill turned it on in round 2.
Yeah, you saw Jamal Hill just really turn it up after he got the feel and the timing of his opponent. You know, I think he kind of slowed down a little bit and was trying to feel out Popek, but after he got through that first round, he realized, I am more powerful. I don't need to be nervous about this dude. I'm going to start ripping up the knees to the body. I'm going to get this guy out of here. And that's exactly what we saw him finish and do. He pressured right through and almost bulldozed Popek all the way to the finish.
It was ground and pound for Jamal Hill. Sweet Dreams stays undefeated. He is now 6-0 as he earns his third win by knockout. And then we just saw him and heard from him, Sean Woodson, 5-day notice. In this sport, fortunes can change quicker than in any other sport. And they changed tonight for Sean Woodson.
Well, I really loved looking to see how he moves on his feet in his boxing, but really he showed huge gaps in the way that he defended the back take here, or lack thereof. He was able to get into a scramble and get this position and then land this beautiful jump knee. But for 2 rounds, he allowed himself to be controlled on his back, and that's going to have to be a gap that's filled. But that jump knee, after being down 2 rounds the way he was, to be able to stay focused and sharp, unbelievable finish.
Heavy boxing experience for Sean Woodson, but of course he ends it with the flying knee after riding out the ground game of Terrence McKinney. So back in our broadcast booth with Dom Cruz, I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. What'd you think, Dom? Welcome to the Contender Series.
Man, these guys, the ones that he gave contracts to, I mean, you can't argue it. With the finishes, you see, what Dana wants is for you to finish. That's the rule. That's how you get a contract. Finish your guy.
Well, happy to have you in Vegas and look forward
Glad to be
many
here. It was
more.
fun.
For the former UFC bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz, I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. What another night we've had, and Tuesdays have become great this summer. 3 more heading off to the UFC brings our total to 16 this summer, and we're only halfway through. For Dom and our great crew, I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. We will see you next Tuesday night.
Makes no sense to have Melo on the team if you're not going to let him score in all areas of the game. He needs that to keep his rhythm.
For Dom and our great crew.
And here without their best player, Lillard sitting on the bench, they need a score to come out here and get buckets early and often. Rocky Hood committing the foul, putting Ilyasova at the line. 88